Hello and welcome to yet another edition of Pulp Picks. My name is Patrick.
I'm Fritz.
And I'm Sarah. And today we have a special guest.
I'm Corey.
I just stared at the camera the whole time. That's going to be great for anyone watching.
That
Hi.
part will happen really quick. Editing magic.
Oh, boy.
All right, well, today we've got a very special edition. We're going to have 4 picks for you today because Corey has graced us with his presence and has a pick. So, Corey, you're the guest. Let's start. What do you got? I hope you're prepared.
I'm kind of prepared.
All right. Well, it's either that or go to the dungeon, so let's go.
Okay. All right. So I picked Fantastic Four, number 5. This book has been fantastic. No pun intended.
It's funny because they basically make that same joke in here.
Yeah, they do. So the first 4 issues were just kind of single stories about each member. I guess readings who get their own book together, but. Yeah. So,
I haven't done these in a while, have you?
Yeah, I haven't. All right. So the first 4 issues is leading up to this one, obviously, and this is the first issue where they're all together and they get attacked by someone. I'm not even sure who the villain is.
I think he hasn't been around since like the 70s or something. Like what? It's like the Salem 7 is like the team.
Yeah.
Super weird.
Yeah.
But we get to find out that Fantastic Four doesn't use Pepto-Bismol. So overall, the book is great, though, and the art's a lot of fun. And North is doing a great job on this book. So if you haven't been reading this, I really highly suggest you pick it up. Because I would say I would make fun of you, but Patrick will.
Yeah, I don't make fun of customers. They give me money, and I treat them with due respect.
That's why he's still here and you're gone.
Sounds good. Well, yeah, Fantastic Four, number 5. It's a lot of fun. One of the books that I'm most enjoying right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Who wants to go next? Fritz?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
So, shocker of shockers. It's another X title. Yay! It's the new.
It's like there's a ton of them for you to choose from every single week or something.
I'm trying to remember the last time I didn't pick one.
I think next time you don't pick one, we should just have this confetti cannon.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Anyway.
Anyways, it's the New Mutants miniseries, New Mutants Lethal Legion. So here we know from the solicits that this is kind of like helping set for the new like Fall of X event they've got coming later this year. But even outside of that, if you're just like looking for like a fun like teen superheroes getting in over their head, this is a good one to check out. Newer character Escapade, she's like, hey, you know what we should do? We should go rob some rich people. And for some reason chooses Count Nefario of all people to do that to.
Yeah.
Just as and they've got the perfect excuse. He's going to be holding tryouts for a new Lethal Legion. So they're going to try and go undercover, get into his mansion and steal his stuff. Predictably, and it even makes a joke on the final page, it's not going to go well for them.
Nice.
But I don't know, it's a lot of fun having these newer characters and the older characters kind of interact, like their experiences like clashing, because like the original New Mutants, like they've kind of been through the ringer, like they've like some bad stuff's happened to them, so like they're like, despite the name, hardened veterans at this point. So these newer characters kind of like trying like seeing what they can learn from each other is really fun. But yeah, shenanigans are definitely going to ensue as the series goes on. I'm very excited. It's from the same team that did like the last couple issues of the main series before it ended. So excited to see where they go with it. Excited to see how it ties in with all the other like Fall of X stuff they've got coming up. Strong start all around. Otherwise, over to you, Patrick.
Yeah, well, and they've done that similar kind of thing where there's this new team of New Mutants, and they've got the members of the classic team who kind of mentor them and whatever. Fingers crossed they do that with New Warriors someday. They had one set up, and that was just a terrible concept, and they killed it. And, yeah. All right. Well, speaking of dreaming, I dreamt at the end of the last Predator series that they would continue doing something with that, and Ed Brisson has fulfilled that dream for me. Predator number 1. I was checking to see if it was singular or plural there real quick. Predator number 1. This is a pseudo continuation of the last series that he did just recently. but only sort of. So if you didn't read that one, you can certainly pick this up, and the story will make sense from the get-go, in that it doesn't really make sense from the get-go. But this, they're doing a really good job of, if you are a big fan of the film franchise, fitting this into continuity and making sure that it's working with all of the movies that have happened. But it's also just a great standalone story. I was showing Sarah some of the panels earlier. The art in this one capturing action, because it's mayhem from the get-go. It's carnage and mayhem. There are heads flying around. There are people being chopped in half.
It's John Wick 3.
Better. I mean, as far as absolute mayhem goes, because it's a predator. So, they're slicing them in half and blowing them up. And, and typically that's not really the kind of book that I go for. I go for something that's got a little more...
Spider-Man?
Yeah, a little more Spider-Man in it. But
North whips.
This was, I mean, I was audibly, Sarah can attest to it, I was audibly saying like, oh,
Yes.
God, that's so cool. Like as I'm reading it. Yeah, it is just a lot of fun, and it is definitely not for small children. It is graphic, it is bloody, it's what a Predator book should be. So if anybody was worried that the House of Mouse would come at it with kid gloves or anything, do not worry. Ed Brisson has got this book going full on Predator violence. I don't know, but the concept is really cool, and it was one of those where at the beginning of it I was like, oh gosh, here we go. This is kind of a weak sci-fi premise. It's going to be easy to poke holes into how they're setting this up, and then that ends up not being the way that it goes. So what they're doing in this story is really cool, and I'm really excited to see where this goes. So I highly recommend it. If you didn't pick up the first volume of this, or the previous volume, I guess I should say, the trade is coming out very, very soon. I think we just did the final order cutoff for it a week or so ago. So that's a great read. You don't have to, again, read that to get into this one, but I highly recommend this. It was really good. So, Sarah, what do you have today?
Well, first I want to say Happy International Women's Day.
Yeah,
and I say that for a couple of reasons, including the fact that we have a lot of variants on the wall that were designed specifically either for International Women's Day today or for Women's Month this month. So celebrate women in your life.
Yeah.
That said, I know, again, like Fritz, you're all shocked. I went with Batman 133. Now, to be fair, and I did say this to Patrick earlier, I don't think I have picked Batman since the beginning, of Tinian's run. So it's been a while that I've picked this title. I've picked plenty of other Batman-related books within that time period.
Well, again, it's hard to read DC without having Batman-related
some form of Batman. But so Bruce is still in an alternate world. And it's just fascinating seeing how they're changing things up. Pretty much everyone is on, the Venom that we all know Bane so well for. So you've got this really in this issue, this really almost hulked out Riddler. He's kind of scary, to be honest.
It's been a while since I've read Batman.
But it's
still's happening.
It's really good. Again, those of you who watch this know that I love these ulterior stories, right? Like taking the same characters we know, but creating this world that we don't know. And this is a perfect blend of that. I think Tinian's done a really nice job of bringing back relationships and characters to Bruce's life that have disappeared or are gone in his world that still exist in this world. I think one of my favorite panels is just him and his interactions with Selena, because he loves her in any universe, even though she's not his Selena in this universe. It's still Selena. So, but it's a really great continuation of the story. If you read the end panels, I recommend it just because it's a fun story of Tim. Tim is trying to find Bruce, and he's kind of going on his own side adventure, but it connects into what's actually happening in the title itself.
Yeah, those stories are definitely going to converge.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're one who likes to skip the end ones, at least skim what's happening in there, because it is important.
Yeah.
But yeah, just it's a Tinian, not Tinian. Oh my God, we need to edit this.
Chip Zdarsky.
I was like, should I say
we don't
something?
have to. We don't have to edit it. It happens.
I'm sorry. It's Zdarsky, who is awesome. Both are awesome, but I meant Chip Zdarsky, so excuse me. I'm so sorry, Chip.
Well, now we're going to get another letter from Chip Zdarsky.
So, my apologies. But Zdarsky continues to do an awesome job with this run. So, yeah, solid read.
Yep, I have been really enjoying that book. I've also been really enjoying Fantastic Four. Haven't been enjoying New Mutants because this is number 1, but it is on my list. So, yeah. Well, thank you, everybody. We do this every week. Be sure to like and subscribe. We're on social media and online, Pulp CG on any of those places. And yeah, we'll be back again next week, probably without Corey. But Corey, thank you so much for joining us today.
Glad to be here.
You know, if any of you out there are interested in joining us and you have Wednesday early mornings available to be able to come in, having read a few books and want to make a recommendation, just reach out to us and we'd be happy to try to figure that out. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Great week. All right. Enjoy reading, everybody.
You're sliding in the first and you
Oh.
feel something first
Nope.
diarrhea.
Okay, you made the joke. We're good.
Oh my God. Oh.
Didn't you guys miss me?